G'day Storm Nation. I am here in Washington, DC, the capital of the United States for Bowl Expo, and we have some really exciting news as Bowl Expo is when we announce a very new little something that's coming out. So previously in April, we launched Identity. Very successful launch. The bowlers seem to love it. In fact, through my social media and tagging, I don't think I've seen more honor scores from a collaborated ball with Storm than Identity. Inbox was flooded and I love to see it. We did the release a little differently. It was a limited edition release. And so following the idea of the limited release and the sneaker culture, we introduced to you Identity, BCP, or as I like to call it, Midnight Cherry. So we've taken the Storm teal out and have replaced it with a really beautiful purple. And you're probably wondering, well, what makes this ball different to the original Identity? Not much. We have the exact same incredible performing ball with a slightly different color. So with the darker color of the purple, when we've swapped that teal out, we see a little more length and we see a little bit more angle down lane. And so if you already have the original Identity, if you loved its performance, if you love what it did, this will give you just a tiny bit more length, just a little bit more hook down lane. So when you start to feel like that ball needs a little extra, you've got a little extra purely in the color pigmentation. So I'm gonna throw 12 shots with the Midnight Cherry right now. I'll let you guys be the judge, see if you like what you see. Obviously, it's out right now. And so if you want it, make sure you get your hands on it. We are doing another limited edition release. So there won't be a whole lot of them out there. So if you are interested, please make sure you go to your local pro shop, get that order in, because there isn't that many of them out there. The final thing I'll say about the Identity, the Midnight Cherry, something that I think really does excite me about this and the collaborations with Storm is we are constantly trying to do new things. And so having this new colorway variation is something I'm super excited about. Been a sneakerhead, that sneaker culture, introducing that not just in the limited volume, but also now in introducing new colorways of bowling balls with the same specs. It's really exciting. It's a lot of fun. And if you are a collector or a sneakerhead and you understand what it's like in the sneaker game, you'll see why this is so exciting for me, for Storm, and for bowling, to bring some of that kind of culture into our game. Anyway, enough about that. I'm gonna throw 12 shots. See what happens. I'm telling you I'm gonna like it because, well, I've tested it, so I know I like it, but you guys are watching, you're the best judges in the world, so I'll let you do the judging. So I've thrown one shot on this lane as a warm-up and a couple a little further down the house. I have no idea what the pattern is, but it didn't look overly difficult. So there is that Identity weight block that we see inside, the ID weight block. For those that are the numbers guys and girls, we have the RG at 251, the differential at 055, and then the intermediate diff is, I think it's 011, memory serves. If I get that wrong, I'm gonna be in trouble. But I'm pretty sure that's right. So first shot, see how that purple just gives it a little bit more length and the angle down lane just a little bit more. Okay, a little better. So if you happen to watch the PBA Tour Finals, Andrew Anderson, fellow SPI staffer, won the tournament, but it was a dual oil pattern event, and on the right lane, after a little bit of carry down with the urethane, I actually ball changed to my identity. In fact, I wanted to use it on the longer oil pattern, but the surface that we were bowling on, mixed with the lights, the bigger weight block inside, it just wanted to read that pinch sooner on the longer oil pattern, which then forced me into the Ion Pro Solid, which was a little bit cleaner. Obviously the weight block inside gives me that extra push. But on the right lane, after a bit of urethane, you don't want any extra push. You've got all of that urethane carry down, so you want the ball to roll a little sooner. And so I used the identity and it looked fantastic. And so on that show, after about a game, just started a flat 10 a little bit, and I wish I had this one to just roll into. So if we did have another identity here, I would show you the comparisons, but I can already feel and see how we get just that little bit of extra length. And naturally, when you have a little bit more length, you want a little bit more recovery as well, because you need angle of entry. I actually think I'm standing in the wrong spot, but I'll throw it a little slower. Oh, a little too slow. So that 4-pin, yeah, it was a little slower because I thought I might have been standing on the wrong spot. But you can just see the change of direction. We saw identity give us that, but the Midnight Cherry just has that little bit more kick. And sometimes, it really doesn't matter what level of competition you're playing. Sometimes you don't need much change. You just need a little something. Oh, geez, that's a good one. So that's moved another 2 left off the 4-pin. And now this is my wheelhouse. This is what makes me comfortable. This is my happy place right here. I can slow it down just a pinch, and the ball still wants to push down the lane and recover nicely. So just created a little more loft on that shot too. Sometimes I use loft, not necessarily because the fronts of the lanes are really trash. Sometimes I use loft, for me anyway, it's a really good indicator on launch angle. Using loft for me, making sure my downswing into my forward swing, generating that loft helps me create the lines that I want to see, especially when I'm trying to generate quite a lot of launch angle, which I'm doing right now. Loft also gives you another foot and a half of length in your ball as well. Not that I necessarily need that right now, but it's not hurting me. It's just so much more down lane than the OG, and the OG had plenty. So that pigment color change from the storm teal to the purple, it really is making a difference. Now, I think I said I was going to throw 12 shots. I don't know how many I've thrown, probably more than 12. But we're going to, just for fun, we're going to move a little more left. And I'm just going to give this one just a little more, because it's fun. Just all 10 sucked off the pin deck. It's the best shot you can throw. And seeing that ball reaction from a asymmetrical ball from that far left using loft on a house that has quite a lot of friction built into it already, that's a really great sign. It's a really great sign in the performance of the ReX Coverstock, the Power Edge polish that we've thrown on top, mixed with the ID A.I core and weight block. I'm really, really happy with how Midnight Cherry is rolling. And so if you were someone who didn't quite get a chance to get the OG, I think you'll be rather impressed with this one. Oh, I will say, it's a lot of fun throwing an asym ball over the left gutter and still seeing it hook as much down lane. Typically, especially on tour, for a lot of the times, once you get to the left gutter like that, the middle of the lane is usually so dried up, so fried out, that using asyms can be a little tricky, but I'm not too worried about it with this ball. All right, we're gonna finish on an absolute split the 8-9 rock solid shot. And I'm not just saying this, but this rack has, if I had to guess, this definitely has light 7-pin written all over it. Damn, light 7, I told you. It's just, I thought I'd try and give it a little bit more, and the rack was no good. Should have asked Tony, the tournament director, can I please have a re-rack? Should have asked him. All right, here we go. That's a much better rack. And if you're wondering, like, what's the difference between this one and the last one, I want you to pull up the last two videos, and you're gonna notice the 3-pin in particular. On this one, it's much closer to being on spot, where previously it was a little closer to the head pin. So when that's the case, the 3-pin's not gonna quite hit the 4-pin in the right spot, which is gonna leave that 7-pin. But this one shouldn't do it. Split the 8-9. So there you have it. Midnight Cherry is available now. Very excited about it. Hopefully you guys, the ones that get their hands on it, really enjoy throwing it. And honestly, if you do, tag me in your videos. Tell me what you think. Like I said, feel free to YouTube and type in any search engine in any of the social media apps and look at what the people are saying about identity. You can trust me. I am going to be honest with you. I know it has my logo on it, but the proof is definitely in the reaction. See what everyone else is saying. It's been a really, really wonderful response for the OG, and I'm expecting just as great, if not better things out of Midnight Cherry. So, like I said, if you do get your hands on one, record something, tag me in it. I'm likely to share it, I'm likely to see it, I'm likely to comment on it, but I want to see how you guys like it. Anyway, Bowl Expo here in Washington, DC for 2025. We are very excited at SPI. Got some amazing products, not just Midnight Cherry. So make sure you're following all of Storm's social media accounts to keep up with all of the announcements over Bowl Expo. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to see you if you come to Expo. And if not, well, if you come to my hometown, you'll see me. Otherwise, wherever I am around the world, hopefully I see you there. Peace.